Hi guys, my name is Odison Tony and I document my journey to become a consistently profitable trader. So yeah, let's talk about my week, how my trading week went this previous week. Alright, today it's Sunday and I was like, I'm not feeling like making a recap, but here we are. So what happened this week is I was down 2% starting the week, and I went down even more, losing close to 2% again. So overall, it was almost 4%. Let's say 3 point something percent. So what I did this week was I was able to recover, and then now my account is based. Um, what I mean is my account is now on a negative of 1%. So my first trade, the card this coming week, I will risk 1%. So I know if I risk 1% and I lose that, my overall drawdown will be 2% now, right? So the first trade I'll risk 1%, get to break even. And if I get 1 is to 2 risking 1%, it means I'll be up 1%. The next trade I will risk 2%, all right? But yeah, let me show you the trades that I took and how it went and all that. I'm using my phone to make this video, and I don't want to go to my laptop again to show you, so I'm gonna screen record and let's get going, man. This is the account. You can see $4,953.15, and this is it, phase one. You can see right there with this prop firm. So let's say last week, this is how I started the week. I started the week with 3 losses, right? Consecutive losses. And the first one, let me do this, was chef, and it was a sell. Let's go to catch chef and look for a sell. Catch chef, yeah, catch chef, look for a sell. And then what I see on catch chef is this. I did enter right here, right? I entered right there. You can see with the red mark right there. I entered right here, and my stop loss was right here. And I remember very well this trade. I think I took it on a Friday, and then I got stopped out because, let me see, it was 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, I took this trade on a Friday 2 weeks back, and then I got stopped out in midnight going to Monday. So it was a bad one. I was wrong, and matter of fact, also I was trying to target this low, right? What I did not consider was the market had broken this high, right? The market had broken this high, so that automatically means that the selling opportunities that I'm gonna get, they should be quick in and out. All right, so from this trade, the way I see it, I could have entered there and then exited at 20 pips. Let me see. Either way, this would have been a stop loss. I would have exited at something like 20 pips, and then my stop loss will be 20 pips and a 1-to-1. So this is a clear loss, right? That's a clear loss that I opened the week with from the previous week. And then AUD CAD, let's see, AUD CAD. What I had on AUD CAD was this. This was insane because I had, let me remove the press separator so you may see properly. What I had was, I had it like this at first, all right? I had it like that, like this. This was a good one, but I got stopped out, which is cool. This is a very clear loss. Also, my stop loss was somewhere here at 20 pips. Alright, which is a clear loss. I'll take it. Alright, it's a loss. That's very clear. And then the other one was Euro NZD. So on Euro NZD, I took $50 loss. Euro NZD. So going to Euro NZD, I took a loss, which is, see right here, there was a lot going on because I first entered right here. Let me do this. What should I use? I first entered right here. Stop loss was just right there. I got stopped out, alright, which was this one. Clear loss. This one was break even, another break even, and eventually there was a win. So you see that I got a loss. I entered right here also. I entered here. Then when the market went up, I just took my stop loss to break even, and then the market came back with this beige candlestick. It came down, and then it took me out there for break even. I'm like, why did I break even so quick? All right, and then I took another one because you can see immediately after I got stopped out right here, I entered another one right on this blue arrow. I entered right there, and I was like, okay. Then the market went up. Right, the market went up, and I was like, the market is about to close. And I know because previously when I looked at the market, when it closes, there was huge spread. I mean, look at this. This spread alone can take me out. So I was like, I'm not willing to hold overnight, so I must well as close my trade and then wait for midnight. So therefore I took my stop loss to break even. The market came down, and then I got stopped out at break even again here, right? And then midnight, you can see these two candlesticks was, I think, at 11 and 12, and then at 1 I entered right there on this blue arrow, and then that's where I made 2% exiting right there. That wasn't a panic exit because my exit should be somewhere here, right? Just before price reached, I was like, what if it turns? Because this candlesticks, yes, you can see that it went up, but it was just going up and down. I was like, nah, either way we are close to TP. And then I closed it at now, I need to recover still. Then CPI, USD was CPI, and this is USD over here. The market broke out, cool. I entered here. Oh, the market went up, right? Went up really good. It entered there, and then the market went up like good pips. But because my target was here, I did not even close. I did not close this. I was like, I wanted to reach there. And then I'm like, oh, this thing was, it first shot down. My stop loss was just below here. It first shot down, you see, and then it went up. I was like, nah, yeah, we are going up. And then this candlestick came back down again to here. I entered. I went, after entering, immediately went break even, got stopped out. I entered and then I got stopped out. I'm like, no. So therefore, this trade to here, that's the one that made me short a very few. I think it was this one, yeah. And yeah, man, that was insane. I left like profits on this trade. I should have taken profit because that was even like close to 1:2, if not 1:2, because this was the target. But my main target, I wanted to take profits over there. All right, that's where I wanted to take my profits. But yeah, it happens, man. It's part of the game. Not part of the game that was perfect, and it's part of the game because there's something to improve and to work on and have better targets. All right. And then yeah, that was it. Now these ones were just break evens. Even USD shelf, just join CPI. All right, I entered right there. You can see, I entered right here. Market went up, join CPI, then it went down. my target was below here. All right, my target was below here, and then price was playing. Like looking at this candlestick seems like it was simple, but price was just going up and down on this candlestick right there. And then once price was somewhere around here, I went break even. I'm like, I want to target that low. All right, I was like, I want to target that low. But what I did not see was this was not a high probability trade to target the last low, because what I see is that the market broke this high previously. I only saw this after taking a loss when I was analyzing why did I lose the trade. So it broke this high, and then obviously we need to take out this high, because from the break of the previous high it pulled back down, so it needs to go up and break that high. But I had confidence on that this high was not broken. But yeah, this is the a way previous high. The most recent ones are this one. So price did that, and yeah, and if I planned correctly I could have took my profits nicely, so it could have been a win. But yeah, I am learning and I'm gonna improve on that. And this was literally my week. I can say I recovered from negative 1%, 2% to now 1%, and I just need 1% to be on break even. And yeah, I made $19 this week. So yeah, what a roller coaster week, but it was a nice week overall. I had took some lessons, wrote them down, gonna improve. There's something that I'm looking to improve coming to this new week, full of opportunities, full of growth, challenges. But man, I'm gonna win at the end of the day, even not today, but in the long run. If I just stick to the process, I'll really make it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you want to join me on the journey to becoming a consistently profitable trader, we're starting with this 5K challenge account. And yeah, please like, share, subscribe, and yeah, man, comment. If your week was a W week for you, just write W on the chats, and then if it wasn't a loss, just write an L. But yeah, man, whether it's a win or a loss, there's still growth. And yeah, in trading, we don't just look here and say this is it. We look at the bigger picture. You might take losses this week, but consistently, are you gonna take wins? That's what's important. All right. So yeah, man. See you in the next video, maybe next week.